There are nights when I sit in the middle of my room. It's not dirty, but messy, like I've been running all day and still haven't arrived anywhere. I used to think I was just bad at organizing, but later I realized the problem wasn't about how to clean. It was that I was too tired to even start. A cluttered home isn't always about things. It's often a reflection of a mind that's overwhelmed, of days that have blurred together, and of someone who's simply run out of energy to care. So today, I want to share 10 simple rules that help me keep my home and my head clear, even on the busiest days. I'm not naturally tidy. I've failed at keeping my home organized more times than I can count. But over the years, I've found small ways to make it easier, softer, and maybe even a little comforting. These aren't strict habits or productivity tricks. They're quiet shifts that help your space and your heart breathe again. And the first rule changed everything for me. It's not about cleaning more, but about giving every little thing in your home its own place to rest. Most of the mess at home doesn't start from chaos. It starts from a moment of tiredness. That split second when you drop your bag by the door because your hands are full, or toss your sweater on the chair because you'll hang it later. So here's the rule that quietly changed everything for me. Every single thing, no matter how small, needs a home. Not a perfect labeled box or a Pinterest bin, just a spot where it naturally belongs. If you tend to leave clothes on the floor, put a large soft basket right where that pile usually forms. It becomes your temporary home for fabric things. When you have energy again, that basket moves with you straight to the washer. For your everyday bag or work tote, decide on a single hook by the door. That's where it lives. The key is not to fight your habits, but to design around them. In my home, I keep one basket on each floor, one for worn clothes, one for random throws and scarves. It's not about being neat all the time, it's about making the lazy version of me still have a plan. When every item has a place to land, your mind stops spinning with the question, where should I put this? And suddenly your house starts feeling less like a to-do list and more like a space that takes care of you back. Once everything has a home, the next question is when to tidy, because even good habits fade if they don't have a rhythm. That's where the 15-minute cleanup challenge comes in. And once you start noticing how one small habit can change the way your home feels, you'll be amazed by how much time you actually save without even realizing it. Because the truth is, tidying isn't just about order, it's about energy. And if you've ever wished you could clean faster without burning out, you'll want to be here for the next video time-saving tips that help you as much as possible. It's all about cutting cleaning time in half while keeping your home feeling calm. Trust me, you'll want to catch that one. There are days when I look around and think, where do I even start? That question alone can steal all my energy before I've even picked up a single thing. So instead of aiming for perfect, I set a 15-minute timer. Just 15 minutes, no more, no less. I tell myself, let's see how much better I can make this space in that time. It sounds simple, but it changes everything. Because the timer gives your brain permission to stop overthinking. You're not cleaning forever. You're just playing a quick game with yourself. Sometimes I start in the kitchen wiping the counters, loading the dishwasher, putting away just what's visible. Other days, it's the bedroom folding what's on the bed, clearing the side table, opening the window for a minute. When the timer rings, I stop. And here's the secret 8 out of 10 times I want to keep going. It's not because I suddenly love cleaning, it's because I finally see progress. And that feels lighter than guilt ever could. You don't have to wait for motivation to arrive. You just have to start for 15 minutes and motivation usually catches up. And even if it doesn't, at least you've already done enough to make tomorrow easier. But once you've started cleaning, there's one habit that makes sure the mess doesn't come right back. And it's all about where your things go after you use them. Here's something I've learned. Your house doesn't fall apart. In one day, it falls apart in the same 3 spots over and over again. So instead of trying to keep everything perfect, I focus on just 3 small resets a day. Pick the areas that get messy the fastest, maybe the dining table, the bathroom sink, or the corner by your bed. And give each one just 3 minutes. It's not a deep clean, it's a gentle reset. You're not punishing yourself for the mess. You're simply bringing the space back to neutral. For me, mornings are for the bathroom counter. I wipe it down while brushing my teeth. After lunch, it's the dining table. I clear it right before I make coffee. At night, it's my bedside area, putting away books, water cups, and opening the window for a breath of air. Each of these tiny acts adds up, not because they take long, but because they stop chaos before it starts. A clean home isn't built from grand cleaning days, it's built from quiet 3-minute moments of care. And those moments remind you you're not behind, you're just tending. Now that you've built a rhythm, the next step is about structure, how to organize your home so that everything naturally flows back where it belongs. Do you ever feel like every room has its own little pile chargers in one corner, mail in another, cleaning supplies scattered everywhere? That's usually not because you have too much stuff, it's because your home doesn't have a clear system. Instead of organizing by room, try organizing by function. Create small stations where related things naturally live together: a charging station, a cleaning corner, a coffee nook, a self-care drawer. The goal is simple. When something has a job, it also needs a home base. In my entryway, I have one basket with all the chargers, cables, and power banks. It's right next to the router, so everything connects neatly in one spot. Beside it, I keep my cordless vacuum always charged and ready. It sounds tiny, but because everything related to charging and cleaning lives there, I don't waste time searching or deciding where to put them back. The same idea works in the kitchen. One small tray near the coffee machine holds pods, spoons, and napkins. Now mornings feel smooth because everything I need is already waiting in one spot. When things are grouped by purpose, your home starts to work with you, not against you. You stop running around and your space begins to carry part of the mental load for you. It's not just tidy, it's thoughtful. And once your systems are in place, the next step is to give them clarity so you never have to ask, where does this go again? One of the biggest sources of clutter isn't too many things, it's uncertainty. When you don't know exactly where something goes, it ends up everywhere. So here's the quiet rule I live by. Everything should have both a home and an order. A home means a specific place it returns to. An order means keeping things arranged the way you naturally use them. From left to right, top to bottom, the order your hands already move in. For example, in my bathroom, I keep skincare in the exact order I use it: cleanser, toner, serum, moisturizer, sunscreen. No fancy trays, no over-organization, just simple flow. It takes seconds less every morning, but it removes that tiny daily decision fatigue. In the kitchen, I apply the same logic. The cups I use every day live right above the sink. The ones for guests go higher. And I label drawers not for decoration, but for direction, so even my family knows where things belong without asking me. When your home runs in order, you stop managing it. It starts managing itself. And that kind of calm isn't about control, it's about trust that everything you need will be right where you expect it to be. But even with a clear system, life still gets messy. The secret is to make those small everyday tasks effortless enough that you actually do them. That's what the next rule is all about: removing friction. Most people don't stop cleaning because it's hard. They stop because something small keeps getting in the way. A full trash bag that's annoying to replace. A vacuum that's too far from the outlet. Tiny things, but they break your rhythm. So this rule is simple: remove friction. Make every small chore as easy as possible to start and to finish. Keep extra trash bags right at the bottom of the bin so when you pull one out, the next is already waiting. Place your vacuum in the room you use most, not hidden in a closet down the hall. Hang clothes straight on their hangers instead of folding if that saves you from a pile later. For me, the biggest change was putting a small bin in every room, one in the bathroom, one in my dressing area, one by my desk. Now, I don't carry clutter from room to room. I just deal with it right there. And I keep my cordless vacuum plugged in next to the charging station, so even when I'm tired, I can clean up in seconds without setting up. It's all about removing that one small excuse that keeps you from doing the thing. Because most of the time, it's not motivation we're missing, it's momentum. And when the work feels light enough to start, we usually finish it too. And once the daily friction fades away, it's easier to face the one thing that clutters every home: paper, books, and all those piles that somehow keep growing even when you're not looking. If there's one type of clutter that multiplies faster than laundry, it's paper. Bills, notes, receipts, manuals, they seem harmless until one day you realize they've taken over your desk. So here's the rule I live by. Stand, scan, and save. Everything paper-related gets one of three options. I either store it vertically, scan it, or let it go. Store vertically because piles never get smaller, they just get heavier. Scan what you might need later: invoices, letters, receipts using any free scanning app. And let go of what you don't, especially duplicates, expired coupons, and just in case papers you haven't touched in a year. I keep a small vertical file holder near my desk with only 5 categories: to pay, to read, to file, personal, and my SC. Every Friday I go through it for 10 minutes, just 10. If something hasn't moved for weeks, it's a sign it can go. The moment I started scanning things instead of storing them, my drawers went from overflowing to half empty, and for the first time I actually knew where everything was. Paper clutter feels heavy because it holds unfinished thoughts. When you simplify it by scanning or letting go, you're not just organizing documents, you're closing mental tabs that have been open for months. And once your paperwork is under control, the next step is about keeping that sense of lightness, refreshing both your home and your habits every few months, like hitting reset on your space and your mind. Every few months, my home starts to feel heavier. Not dirty, just crowded. Drawers get tighter, closets harder to close, and I start feeling it too, that quiet, invisible weight. That's when I do what I call a seasonal check-in. Not a massive clean-out, just a slow conversation with my space. I open one drawer, one closet, and ask, do I still use this? Does this still fit the life I'm living right now? If not, it goes either donated, recycled, or passed on. Because keeping something out of guilt doesn't honor it or you. Every 3 months, I check my clothes and makeup. If I haven't worn something in a year, I donate it. If a skincare bottle has expired, I let it go even if it's expensive. And each time I feel lighter, not because I've decluttered, but because I've made room for air again. I also take a few minutes to refresh small things: a new scent, a clean vase, a rearranged shelf. Tiny changes that remind me my space, like me, keeps evolving. When you let go of what no longer fits, you're not losing anything, you're making space for the person you're becoming. And somehow your home starts to breathe with you again. And as your home becomes calmer and more cohesive, you'll start noticing how much visual noise affects your mood, which brings us to the next rule: the beauty of matching and simplicity. Have you ever noticed how a space feels calmer when things simply match, not designer perfect, just consistent enough that your eyes can rest? This rule is about quiet harmony. Try choosing 1 or 2 tones for your storage boxes, baskets, or jars, maybe whites and woods, or soft beige and gray. When colors and shapes repeat, your brain relaxes. You stop processing every item as new, and suddenly your space feels bigger, softer, easier to be in. I use the same type of storage basket for all my bathroom shelves, white with small handles. Each one holds a single category: skincare, hair tools, bath items. Because they look the same, the shelves don't shout for attention, they whisper order. In my kitchen, I switch to matching glass jars for dry goods, not for looks, but because it helps me see what I have without thinking. No labels, no chaos, just quiet simplicity that makes cooking faster and somehow more enjoyable. Matching isn't about perfection, it's about peace. When your home looks calm, your mind mirrors it. It's not sterile, it's steady. And that steadiness gives you space to think, to breathe, to simply be. And once your surroundings reflect that calm, the final rule ties it all together, because keeping a tidy home isn't really about cleaning at all. It's about caring for the heart that lives inside it. There are days when I look around my home and it feels like it's reflecting exactly how I feel: a chair covered in clothes, papers on the table, and nowhere quiet to sit and just breathe. For so long, I thought tidying up was about getting life under control. But slowly, I've realized it's not just about cleaning the house, it's about giving my heart a place to rest. Now I don't clean because I have to. I clean because it helps me take care of myself. I don't try to do it all anymore. I just pick one small thing, one small corner, and do it with kindness. If I'm tired, I rest. If it feels enough, I stop. Because tidying isn't about perfection, it's about presence. It's how I remind myself that I still care even on messy days. There's a small chair by my window, my little corner of calm. Even when the house feels chaotic, I keep that space clear. When I sit there with a cup of tea and soft light coming in, it feels like my whole day slows down. Sometimes I light a candle, fold a blanket, or place a single flower in a jar, tiny gestures that make me feel centered again. Tidying isn't just about clearing space, it's about soothing the parts of you that feel scattered. Every time you put something back where it belongs, you remind yourself that you belong too. A tidy home doesn't mean you're disciplined, it means you're learning to be gentle with yourself. And if today all you can manage is one small thing, folding a shirt, wiping a table, or just taking a deep breath, that's already enough. Because real change begins with small, quiet choices. So hold on to that feeling of calm, because in the next video, we'll take another small step toward creating a life that feels lighter one moment at a time. So these were the 10 simple rules, not to make your home perfect, but to make it feel lighter, softer, and kinder to live in. You don't need to change everything. Sometimes one small shift is enough to start feeling different. If you've been feeling overwhelmed by clutter or tired of chasing clean, try picking just one thing from today's video, one habit, one corner, and do it gently without pressure. You might be surprised by how much lighter life feels when you stop trying to do it all. I'm working on a new video that goes deeper into how to keep this sense of calm even on busy days when everything feels like too much. If you're craving slower mornings and quieter evenings, you'll want to be here for that one. And if even one small thing in this video helped you breathe a little easier, that's already enough. But if you'd like to keep creating calm together, feel free to like, share, or subscribe. You deserve a home and a life that feels peaceful to come back to. And once your home feels calm again, the next step is making it stay that way without taking all your time. In my next video, Massive Time-Saving Cleaning Hacks, I'll show you how to make cleaning feel effortless, simple systems, and tiny tweaks that free up hours every week so you can spend less time scrubbing and more time actually living. It's one of those videos you'll wish you'd found sooner, so make sure you don't miss it when it's out tomorrow.